Hello my friend, welcome to Breakfast with Sergio. This is episode number 204 and today I'm going to talk about asking for the sale. Welcome to Breakfast with Sergio. In this episode I want to talk to you about asking for the sale. But first of all, welcome to my table. As usual, here by breakfast, what I have for today is oatmeal with some fruits and some cinnamon. Yesterday, my doctor told me that my cholesterol levels are kind of high, so oatmeal is going to be a very often type of breakfast that you'll see me from now on, and other things that I have to do as well, to maintain and keep it down, keep my cholesterol at normal level. So, my friends, I want to talk to you about asking for the sale. A lot of times, as artists, if you're trying to sell online, if you're trying to promote your work on social media, a lot of times, we are afraid about asking for the sale. We are afraid about making ourselves sound salesy or too commercial or whatever you want to call it. A lot of artists are, kind of afraid of making the sale or putting an offer out there for their audience. And I think, if you really want to sell online, you have to be proactive. You have to, ask for the sale. Otherwise, why would anyone know that what you're posting is for sale or it's available or how it works and so on. I see a lot of artists who are trying to sell art online, and first of all, they're not putting the size of the work. Anyone who's buying art, they want to know how big the thing is, right? There's a big difference between 8 inches and 8 feet. So, giving the full information when you post is important. Something that I'm doing right now, and I mentioned this in an earlier episode, I'm doing a series of small works. So here's, for example, one of them. It's an 11 by 14 from my new series. And it's on paper. There are kind of mixed media on paper. And I've been releasing this slowly on my Instagram as I make them. And very specifically on these, the goal or the objective of the post is to ask for the sale. And let me tell you, it's working really, really well for me. I've been selling them, and I'm very excited about that. But the difference between these particular posts is that the objective is to make the sale. So what should I have on my post? What kind of content should I have? How should I format my post? Well, the first thing I'm doing is I'm showing the artwork, how it looks when it's framed. Even though I'm selling them on frame, just as you can see them here. You can see this one right here. Now, if you're listening to the podcast, you cannot see it, but it's a 11 by 14 work on paper. But what I'm doing is I'm showing that on frame, and then the next slide, or image in the post is a close-up, so you can see the detail. And then in the caption, what I do is make sure I give full description of the piece, size, medium, right? A little bit about information about the work, maybe what inspired me or how it came about, maybe a little bit something about the process, something, right, that I can tell about the piece, not very long, just a couple lines. And then, of course, I'm asking for the sale. The way I'm doing it is I say DM me for inquiries, and I say, the first inquiry, gets best deal. So that's the offer that I have right now. If you inquire first, you get the best deal out of everyone. And that kind of creates a sense of momentum, creates a sense of, if somebody's looking at this and really wants one, well, they want to be the first one to inquire to really get the best deal. And my friend, just a little example of how, if you're looking to sell work online, you have to ask for the sale in a way that is not salesy, right? I'm not saying 50% off, I'm not trying to use that kind of lingo. I'm just trying to let people know that this work is available and that if they inquire, right, I want them to inquire. I'm not putting the price online. I want them to inquire first so that we can establish a conversation, right, a little conversation. And then in that conversation, then I can give them, if they are the first inquiry, of course, I can give them a great offer and payment plans and how it all works for me. But I do that directly from the messaging, right? I do that from the messaging. But the point I want to make is that I'm specifically asking for the sale. Now, I don't do that on every post, on every work of art that I make, Again, because not every post has that intention. Every time I post something, I always think about what's the objective of this post. What's the purpose of this post? Is it promotion? Is it entertainment? Is it education? Is it to share my art? Is it to share something that happened in the past? Is it to share something that's coming up in the future? Is it to to trying to sell something, trying to remind people about something? Every post has to have an objective, and that's how I can measure if the post was worthwhile and how it did or not, depending on the objective that I had. I don't post just for posting, post with objectives in mind. So that's what I'm talking about here in this particular episode. Don't be afraid to ask for the sale. Don't be afraid to ask for the sale. If that's the objective of that particular post, ask for the sale in a way that invites people to engage in a conversation with you. Now, this works better with words that are smaller versus words that are larger, right? Because it's a lot easier to sell a small word online that you can just put on a tube or put on an envelope and send out really quickly the next day. So those are the the nuances to think about. However, even for larger words, just inviting people to engage in a conversation if they are interested about the piece first, it makes total sense, because if they like you and then if they enjoy that process of working with you in that conversation, it's a lot easier then to close the sale as well. So that's a quick episode, my friend. Don't be afraid to ask for the sale. And here's the thing. If you ask for the sale, right, and nothing happens and you feel like, well, maybe I didn't do it right, or I don't want to do this for this particular post, you can always go back to the post and edit the text and remove the sales part on that. Or if it's an offer that you only have for a limited time, you can do that. You can always remove a post. You have the power to edit what you're posting later on, once, if you have a specific time frame for that you are providing. So I hope you enjoy this episode, my friend, of Breakfast with Sergio. And as usual, please share it with your friends. If you have a friend that does not know what Breakfast with Sergio is all about, if you have friends that know it, please share this episode with them so that they can also get better at their art career. All this information that I give you here is for free. I'm giving you what most people are selling. I'm giving it you all here in Breakfast with Sergio. Thank you for watching. If you want to check out more resources for your art career, go to www.theartistnextlevel.com, and I'll see you in the next episode of Breakfast with Sergio. Goodbye.